to upgrade AT, I think. Whoa, okay, we've had a lot of people coming in. Sorry about that. Posh MRC, Soap Dish Nick, KKO Carangio Grafico, PK Hacksaw, thank you very much for the follows. C Sandu, Ace Pilot, Lil Jaeger, and Holojuke, thank you also for the follows. And then PK Hacksaw also coming in with a subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Thank you very much for that as well. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, Portugal. Let's see if we can find it. So we'll zoom out. We'll type in naval. Endless Sea. Here we go. Grant naval speed plus 10, naval experience gain plus 0.1, naval max range plus 15, dockyard output plus 10, escort efficiency plus 15. I mean, just for the escort efficiency, that's good. And the naval speed is also really good. So yeah, Portugal's going to be very good at protecting transports. How's that compared to Britain's? Britain's is convoy escort focus, which is cheaper build costs. And then anti-submarine training. Destroyer training experience gain plus 10. Destroyer combat experience plus 10. Although expand the repair yards I think is actually one of the best ones. Refitting speed plus 10. Refitting cost minus 10. Ship repair speed plus 10. They're one of the only ones who gets that. You said Hungary has one. Bloody hell. Forgotten how big Hungary's was. Naval. Dockyard output. Or are you saying that's a Horthy thing? Well, we don't have Horthy, so we can't see it. How'd the American Civil War go? Loyalists won. What's happening with Croatia? Same thing that always happens with Croatia. They go bright pink. Portugal has 9 ships to start with. Yeah, I was surprised by that in the Spain game, actually, just how little fleet they have. Ooh dear, that's a bad one to be losing. Dutch, you are bringing in some more troops. Let's add you to this line.
Attention.
Let's just move all of the Dutch into Rotterdam. Hopefully we can get there in time and fortify the living daylights out of this. That's a bunch of submarines dying. Good to see. What's the template like? It's actually quite good. Anti-tank, recon, loads of artillery. Actually, these guys might be beefier than mine. There we go. Crushing the Germans. Plus, they probably actually have a doctrine. Unlike me. This pilot promoted. Good stuff. Yeah, we're able to hit this place pretty hard. We have a pretty good surround going on, plus all of the tanks. Nope. No reinforcements allowed. No, not you guys. You keep attacking. Stop, stop, attack that thing. Go, move. Oh, you can attack into here as well, giving us a round. Interesting. Don't care about the surround, I just wanted to deny them getting Sedan. Alright, tanks, you did your job. Nicely done. Let's put you back. And then Sedan needs to make sure it has maxed out fortifications. doubt The Hague. That's fine. It's not Rotterdam. So I have a feeling that's going to cause the capitulation of the Dutch. Quite. Close, but no cigar. I'm actually surprised by just how brutal the naval fighting's been. Like, Germany's really been trying it with the navy. I guess because we don't have any Britain here.
Gardez vos rangs. C'est parti.
We're getting a little bit of manpower now, which is good. Steel blueprint, those are just tough. Infiltration effectiveness. We're going to take the infiltration because that is something that we do seem to be doing a fair amount of. Trying to, anyway. Right, manpower. It is time for us to train a couple more infantry divisions, I think. Though that's giving us a really big gun deficit. Is there anything I could be doing to relieve that pressure? No, we just need to let the efficiency tick up, basically. How close am I to getting rid of Victors of the Great War? We're not.
Continuez d'avancer.
There's the French Netherlands.
Pareil.
Actually, you need to be naval coastal fortress because that is straight crossings, right? No, it's a straight crossing from here.
Gardez vos rangs.
I don't know, what kind of fort should Brabant have? It's a land connection, so this is just a land fort. Get on with it. Alright. Thankfully, our huge industry is allowing us to develop quite a few defences. And the Navy is protecting our north coast. The tanks have arrived.
Gardez vos rangs.
Let's go push them back. I can't let this line get too spread out. I just don't have the divisions down here defending it. But this is where the tanks work. Is it impossible to get rid of that national spirit as Napoleon? No, it's just because I invested so heavily in the economic focuses. I just haven't gone down that branch yet. There's a reason that my economy is so horrifically huge. Alright, so they are definitely trying to push us harder here. I mean, this is going to become the killing ground of empires. Romania's losing hundreds of thousands. Finland is. Like, the only one that's not losing as many as I kind of expected them to is actually Germany. Look at Finland go here. So yeah, China is doing a really good job against Japan at the moment. If they manage to kick Japan out of Korea, then doesn't Japan do the peace deal? That's vanilla, right? Or is that Kaiserreich? That's a lot of Spanish ships sunk. Good. I'm sure they deserved it. Right, let's put the reds here for a bit, just to give the white units a little bit of breathing ground. So we are being pushed back here relentlessly. Japan does the peace deal if it loses control of every state in the mainland, so they'd have to kick them out of China as well as Korea. Interesting. French Cameroon has capitulated. The German Empire just declared war on Great Britain. So our naval control is now going to significantly increase. Also, Britain's going to help clearing up in Africa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer military access to the British, if they'll accept it. And then they can basically take my Africa territories back. What about to Mexico? Mexico, I can do it. Centralist Australia joined the Central Powers. I guess it's in the name, Centralist. Not quite sure that's what they meant, but hey, I'll take it. No, they will not take my military access. Despite the fact they were in a war against the same people. Well, fine. Be like that. Do you know what else I can do? Let's do the Pyrenean Wall. Let's do that after the German wall. Gotta keep the priorities. I'd say the tank divisions have been really good at just maintaining a bit of a status quo down here for a bit now. I think I can move the tanks back up north. Up north. My impression was that coastals only debuff naval invasions, normal land forts for everything else, including straight crossings. No, one of the developers confirmed that straight crossings are defended by coastal forts. I think Daniel did. So, for example, if you wanted to be defending up here in Denmark, this is all coastal forts. But have they actually built coastal forts to prove that? No. But it is. It is, honest gov. Coastal fort. Malmo. Coastal fort. Zeeland, or Nord-Holland. Alright. Oh yeah, of course. We can see where they're repairing all of their ships. I don't think I really have the bombers available to bomb them, though. Be a heck of a way of getting some revengi, though. Centrist Australia has joined the war against us. That's a little bit annoying, because they're going to go after Indonesia. Although Indonesia has quite a large army, so good luck with that. I'm actually half tempted to send a diplomat to Britain. Do I have someone who can put diplomatic pressure? That's what you do, isn't it? No, that's ideology boost. I don't have any Diplo people. Because you can put diplomatic pressure on them to basically accept diplomatic proposals, or be more likely to accept diplomatic proposals. Please define straight crossings anywhere where these red lines are. So going between Nord Holland and Leeuwarden, that's a straight crossing. Or more clearly down here in Denmark, crossing between Odense and this bit of the main island. That's a straight crossing. That's a straight crossing. That's a straight crossing. That's a straight crossing. Basically, times when you can cross the sea without transports. That's what it really means. Firepower kills. The lessons of the Great War were as simple as they were cruel. The days of men fighting one another over open sights are over. Today, killing is done on a mass scale with most modern weapons at a long range. And I'm going to upgrade the AT, because we are coming up against a lot of medium tanks, so I want to make sure that we have the penetration ability against them. Okay, so the German attacks against us here have now ceased, which is allowing us to get our defenses built up. And they are still going for it big time down here. Kind of wondering, actually, if we want to build defenses down here. Because that'll encourage them to stop attacking.
Gardez vos rangs.
Yeah, okay, they're putting a lot of pressure on here again. So yes, we do kind of need defenses. Maybe not level 10s, but we need defenses. December 41. Which basically means it's 42, so we're going to grab this a little bit ahead of time. Not something I usually like to do, but we'll make it work. Oh, of course, the Royal Air Force is getting involved now. See, this is why you need access through me. The Loyalists passed War Powers Act. Following a vote by standing proclamation in the Senate chamber, President Douglas MacArthur immediately signed the War Powers Act into law. The act gives the office of the President far greater discretion in the use of military than previously possible. The President may now deploy troops to defend American interests wherever and whenever he deems necessary, for an unlimited duration. While President Douglas MacArthur claimed that these new powers would only be used in the most dire of circumstances, sources inside the State Department claim that it's merely the first step in a large-scale program of reshaping the global balance of power. Yes, I will accept your gifts. You may bestow upon me your tribute. I would like to upgrade my fighters, please. Give me bigger engines. Give me better range. That'll do. And I would like to upgrade you to the Series B. Oh boy, we're not getting any of this stuff. Okay. That'll do. Oh. Is this the Soviets capitulating? Yep. But please tell me that China is now considered a great power. Please, please, please. China, are you a great power? I'm not seeing you. Who dat? Midgeman! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Midge's viewers. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing on this fair evening? China is still allied to the Soviets. What would be the easiest way of checking? It would be in here. And then in here. China is a great power. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that would have been bad. Fuel refining 4. In fact, we've almost fulfilled all of our fuel refining responsibilities. It is now 1942. More AA. What should we need? Oh, guns. Let's get our guns ahead of time. Cold. It's 3 degrees in my office because of the broken window. Oh dear. Hey, Unsung. Hey, Imaginary. So what were you playing? Was it by any chance Witcher? Or maybe it was La Resistance? I actually don't know. What were you playing? Did it come off my phone? Must have. No, it didn't. They're actually bringing even more planes in. Do I have a... Oh, I have a surplus. Okay, thank goodness. I would like to build some more air wings. Oh, and I have a close air support. That's good. And we also have, yeah, close air support. Oops, I don't want that many. I want it to be a unit of 100, please. And then a second unit of 100. You and you do that. One of you assigned to them. One of you assigned to them. Marvellous. Oh, Company of Heroes 2. Gotcha. This wasn't your casting thing, though, was it? Thought that was on Saturday. How'd that go? I didn't have a chance to watch it, though I would have liked to. Book same hotel as you in the Netherlands is far closer than Ben's. Yeah, Benton's really quite a ways out, isn't it? What are we doing down here? Eek, they've actually pushed us a bit. Have they? Oh no, this has always been the border. It's just here and here.
Pareil.
I want half of you gathered around this corner. We'll take that out.
Gardez vos rangs.
And then I want half of you gathered around this corner.
Écoutez.
And we're just going to take these spots back again. Easiest to do with tanks. So firepower, infantry tanks, levée en masse. Once we have the infantry tanks, then we can get the heavy tank research going. Because we'll then be able to get the design company, and then we can start adding heavy tanks to the infantry divisions, which will make them a hell of a lot more sturdy. Especially seeing as I still don't have a doctrine. $300,000 casualties to 1.2 million, so we do. Really need to build my own faction sometime soon. 1942, let's get tier 3 artillery, because why not? Went so good, next 2 weeks. Next week and the following. Cool. I'll need to try to remember when I finish streaming so I can host you and raid you. Actually, don't go there. Go down here.
Attention.
Back to full strength. Speaking of full strength, are you able to get organizer yet? No. Soon, though.
Aux ordres.
What about Giraud with infantry commander? Still not? Really? Wow.
Écoutez.
I'm actually surprised by that.
Aux ordres.
You can. Okay, good.
Écoutez.
See, why are you attacking this way? Is that part of the order? No, it's not. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. There.
Attention.
There is the upgraded anti-tank, which is going to be great. We'll start producing those right now so that we can get the extra pierce. And I'm going to keep on upgrading it, because we're up against German tanks, and they kind of hit hard.